Pull out your dicks, get ready to fap. It's time for your favorite show, The Grease Trap. Pull out your dicks, get ready to fap. It's time for your favorite show, Grease Trap.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Grease Trap.
Shut up.
The show that traps your grease.
Traps you in grease.
Grease.
Oh, man.
What
about a
is that
greased
called?
trap?
Yeah.
A
Do you
greased...
have like the largest solo
The
cup in
grease
history?
trap. Dude.
This is a giant plastic cup that I've had since I was... You know where I got it? Guess what state I bought this in?
Texas.
Vermont.
Scotty got it.
Vermont.
I knew it, dude. It's like, that's Texas.
It's an absurd... I have 3 of them, and they're absurdly huge, and they hold like a gallon of whatever liquid it is you're drinking. Luckily for me, I'm drinking very healthy, just water. So, way up here in the mountains of Wyoming, I'm on well water, so...
You want the 62 ounce or the large? That's a Texas small that Paul's drinking from.
Yeah. No, it really is.
The large is just like a Lowe's bucket with a straw in it.
Fucking absurdly.
You guys seen the Flintstones, right? You know the thing where like they're getting that brontosaurus like ribs, dude? That's like how they eat in Texas. Like, I'll take a side of ribs, like your car's like falling over. Oh shit! Can't we keep this shit fucking driving? That's what it's like to live in Texas.
Oh my God! Why?
You know, I kept watching that Flintstone show because they kept saying, "You'll have a gay old." I kept waiting for the gay shit. And I'm like, where the fuck is it? Like, are Fred and Barney gonna fuck or what? You can cut the sexual tension with a goddamn
Barney.
knife.
You gonna blow me now?
Yeah,
I guess for the 50s, it was. I guess it was gayer for the 50s or whatever. Whenever it fucking was on the air, but by modern standards, it's barely gay at all.
What?
I wanted to see Fred bone Barney. You know.
Really? I wanted to see
episode-
Wilma fuck Betty.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty gay too, but like, I don't know. I was fucking, it didn't really feel like there was much sexual tension between them. It really felt like the Fred and Barney dynamic was the shit, man.
Season 3, episode 15.
I don't know how to
Gay
put this
butt
to
sex?
you, but you're just wrong, TJ. The sexual tension was clearly between Wilma and Betty, who wanted to just fuck.
See, I think you're just putting your
scissor.
fucking cis het male fucking gays
They wanted to
bullshit.
scissor. They wanted to scissor me timbers
very woke, Paul.
and
That's not very
rotate me
woke.
barnacles, dude. They wanted it.
No.
They both
I don't
wanted
think they
it.
did.
They were
I think
both
Wilma-
they were both wanting to les out. It was
I think
obvious.
Betty might have been open to it, but I think Wilma is pretty fucking straight. I think she's like,
If you watch episode 15, you'd feel otherwise, TJ.
episode
fuck.
15, huh?
Dude,
Well,
I
fuck,
have
don't know.
I have
See, I
a
didn't
lighter
watch-
in here, and now I have to go
15,
looking.
Season 3.
I don't think I got to episode 15, you know? Oh,
I don't
shit.
know,
I'll
man.
have to go, like, search for stuff.
I lost my lighter, dude.
I don't have a lighter.
Your chair
Neither do I,
fucking
actually.
swallowed it, I bet. It's in
Dude,
that chair.
No, it's not in the. You're right.
It's
it
in the
probably did.
chair, dog. It swallowed it, I bet.
In the chair.
In the chair.
In
No,
the chair.
it's not. I just
In
checked.
the
I
chair.
checked the cracks. I gave a very thorough check. Now here's the thing.
Bullshit. He
I
felt
know
it,
it's.
dude.
I know it's in here
He felt it.
because right before the show, I sparked a bowl, which is what I'm trying to do now. For fuck's sake, is spark a goddamn bowl like a gentleman here.
Yeah, no gentleman, Paul.
But I'll be fucked if the
We'll have a
goddamn.
lighter
Okay,
ready.
hold on. Whatever. I'm gonna wait. No. No.
Wait, no. Fuck, shit,
No.
no.
All right, I'm gonna go
Go
get a
out
lighter.
there.
I'll be right back.
Dude, he felt the lighter in the crack. You know he did.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want TJ to have the satisfaction.
shit.
He's like, fuck. Can't let that fucker be right. It's in the crack. He just fucking.
Dude, I know, dude. He thought I saw a moment of hesitation.
Oh, it's not in there, you guys.
Shit,
It's not
guys,
even in
I
there.
really wish. Yeah, I really wish it was there, but you know it's not. So guess I'll have to keep looking.
Guess I'm gonna have to keep on looking for that there lighter.
You know, just it's.
Dude, I went to I was at Starbucks earlier today, and there was I was in the drive-through, right? And these people come in.
Drive-through.
Yeah, I was stuck. It was fucking really. It was like slow.
I pulled
bucks.
into the drive-through.
Yeah, we pulled in the drive-through. There's no way to get out once you're in, and it was like we were just like totally trapped. But anyway, we saw these people going in, right, and it's like a line of kids, right? it was just like, holy shit. And they just like, first their fucking 6-year-old goes in, then their fucking 5-year-old goes in, then their fucking 4-year-old goes in, then their 3-year-old goes in, and then they fucking 1-year-old or whatever, like barely able to walk one goes in, and then she comes pushing the stroller and shit. And I'm like, oh my God. Shit. These people are fucking disgusting. Not wearing masks either, by the way. No one's wearing a mask. The dude, when he walked in, like the employees had to hand him a mask. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, they don't really fuck around. Starbucks, they'll kick your ass out, dude. Like a lot of businesses don't give a shit. Starbucks is pretty small, so it's not like you can really like kind of just get by and like be like, you know what? I'll just walk around the store without a mask on. Like, if I see them without a mask, if I go to a grocery store or something, I just give that motherfucker a wide berth. Like, get the
sometimes
fuck
you
away
can't.
from me.
Sometimes the motherfuckers be up on you, shit. You know, like they get up on you, like they start breathing on your fucking neck and shit.
Nah, man,
this is why I don't fucking do that shit unless I absolutely have to go somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, fuck that,
dude. Let me tell you what. When I was traveling, the place to go, and I can say this throughout all the states that I traveled through, including many, many southern states. Right? You guys know what a Love's is, right? The truck stop, the Love's.
Yeah, the truck. The
dude,
truck
they're
stop.
taking this pandemic shit. They're doing really well, dude. Their bathrooms were immaculate. They had a no mask, no service sign. I saw them fucking ask people to put masks on and shit in a couple of different places. Most of the people were just complying. Everything in there smelled like bleach, which is great. Like, that's what you want to smell during a pandemic. They have like the little dispensers for the hand ploop. They're like, so when you come out, you can ploop, you know, your hands and shiggity schwa.
Yep.
So yeah, the Love's
sound it makes, of course.
It goes shiggity schwa. Oh yeah,
that's the sound of hand washing for sure.
Shiggity schwa.
Yeah. I've done the thing where like there's a hand sanitizer thing on the way out. I get that. I get to my car. I'm like, give me some more.
Oh yeah, dude. We had a spray on one that was smelled. It smelled like it was straight up like alcohol. It smelled like it's just a bottle of Everclear, basically, that we carried in the truck with us. So I would do the little ploop in the thing, and then when I got in the truck, I'd be like, spray of Everclear on the hands for the double check. You know what I mean? All right, we're good. We're good. We're on the road again.
Yeah, up to the bunker in Wyoming.
That was fun. Smells like alcohol in here.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard some crazy speculation about where you're living, Paul. But you know what? No one has said. And I think this is kind of an obvious place. No one has said that Paul has moved to Canada.
Well, yeah. I mean, it would be an obvious place, right? Legal bud. I mean, people can extrapolate certain things. I have shared that I'm in a place with legal bud because, like, it would be dumb for me to insinuate that I actually moved to a fucking place that has no legal bud. So, but that doesn't narrow it down anymore. That's like 30 states out of 51, right? Have legal bud now. Some form.
Yeah, something like
medical
that.
or otherwise. And I'm lit up all over the charts for medical in pretty much any medical state. So you can't really narrow me down there, but
they can try.
I mean, people are trying. There are people that are there are people that are convinced that I'm in Colorado because I've slipped up and said I'm in the mountains, which I am. You know what I mean? I'm in the mountains somewhere, but like that doesn't mean I'm in Colorado. There's a lot of there's a whole mountain range that runs the length and breadth of the United States in 2 places. You know, there's the fucking Sierras, there's the fucking Appalachians, the Smokies. Like I could be in any of those with legal weed. So you guys got fucking SHIT on me.
Where in the world?
And even if you do find me, the bunker is clearly like a mile and a half underground under an innocuous like cow farm somewhere. So you guys ain't gonna find shit. Have you guys seen that movie, The Gentleman?
No.
Oh yeah, with Matthew McConaughey. Right?
Yeah, Guy Ritchie's new flick. Did you like it?
I was kind of in the middle on it. I didn't really like. It wasn't to me like one of the best. Like I don't think it really got the same thing as like Snatch or something. I don't think it went to that level, but I didn't think it was terrible. I was kind of like in the middle.
I'm in the same boat with it. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. But it's not as good as Hugh
Grant was really good in it actually.
Yeah, Hugh Grant was dope. I loved the narrative structure of it. Like the whole movie is kind of like the blackmail story that this guy is telling and how they wrapped it all up. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Good Guy Ritchie flick, obviously filled with his stereotypical colorful gangster cast. You know what I mean? It was
fun about doing these. Since now we're not doing these a little bit more close to when they're being released and shit.
Yeah,
I could actually bring up something topical without feeling weird about it. But David Prowse, the dude who played Darth Vader, died recently.
Dude.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I guess today it came out that fucking COVID-19 killed his ass, dude.
Fucking COVID, dude.
I
Fuck
mean,
COVID, man.
And I mean, look, Vader was at risk, man. He had that pre-existing asthma condition, you know, the fucking,
Yeah, he was on that breathing apparatus, and it just got through, somehow got through his filtration system, and he fucking got into his fucking cyber lungs, and that's all it takes.
I read on Reddit, TJ, on Reddit today. I learned because I'm subscribed to that. They said that originally James Earl Jones was uncredited in Star Wars because he felt that the physical performance by David Prowse was the more impressive performance. From the voice actor of Darth Vader. So just take that for what it's worth. I mean, you can say, "Oh, it's wrong." You know,
I think
he made it.
You know, I think it took both those dudes to bring fucking Darth Vader life. I'll tell you what. We saw. I mean, there's something to that because we saw fucking Darth Vader in that fucking Rogue One movie.
Yeah,
he had the James Earl Jones voice, but he didn't have David Prowse inside. And you know what? It felt fucking wrong. He didn't move right. He just didn't move right.
Careful not to choke on your aspirations, TJ.
Lines like that also didn't help. Don't choke on your aspirations.
So lame.
It's like, I love James Earl Jones, but like, it's like old man Mufasa, old man Vader. You know, it's like,
yeah. There comes a point where it's like, he ain't got it no more. Let him go away.
Dude, you know where Vader was badass though recently was the only good part of Rogue One.
That's true. At the end, he was cool.
Oh my god, dude, that was one of the coolest, most fucking it presented Vader as what he is, an incredible like juggernaut of uncaring death that is going through whatever you put in front of him, and it was so cool to see him like that again. You know what I mean?
Don't choke on your aspirations. It's like, how do you do him in two? Like, he's in two scenes in the movie, and in one, he could not be lamer. It's like the lamest you've ever seen him, and the other, it's like he's super cool.
That's a different movie.
Same one.
No.
Same movie.
No. Right? No. Rogue One only has one Vader scene in it.
Nope, has two. It has the.
Is it really? Are you guys sure that isn't one of the new fucking?
Let's go to Google. Let's go to Google, man.
No, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. You guys are probably right. But
I remember watching it and being like, the first Vader scene, I was like, oh my god, and then the second one, I was like, holy shit.
Well, I think the reason I'm thinking that is because that whole movie disappointed me so much that final scene felt like it was the first time I'd seen Vader. And I was just like, yeah, he was only in it once. But you're right. There is that word. Because what other movie would that "don't choke on your aspiration" shit be in?
Yeah,
I haven't seen Solo.
I mean, it was the villain of that movie that he did it to, which, by the way, undercuts. Yeah, he's not in Solo. Darth Maul is in Solo. I haven't seen Solo, but I know a little bit about it. Dude, I'm proud of myself for not seeing that piece of shit too. Because I looked at it, I'm like, no, you know what? Fuck you, I'm not doing it.
That?
Because there used to be a time when no matter how bad I thought a movie like that was going to be, I'd just go see it out of like slavish devotion to like whatever intellectual property. I'd just been like, it's Star Wars, so I gotta see it.
Sure.
But it was like the first time I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm putting my foot down. I ain't seeing that shit. And I didn't. So good for me.
Okay.
Pat myself on the back, man.
I saw Solo on VOD. And, you know, it's okay. But largely to me, kind of forgettable. I mean, like, if I think about the plot, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's all right. But I just don't think that anything aside from the original trilogy, for the most part, and now The Mandalorian, people just love. And I've only seen a couple episodes of it, but from what I've seen, it's a really great show. And, you know, that's really a positive thing for Star Wars, because the last three movies that have come out, I mean, The Force Awakens, that's all right.
I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian.
Star Wars fans,
I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian when it is either established that it's going to be an ongoing thing for a long time, like when it hits its third season and it's still like hot property in its stride. I'll start watching it because I'll binge it, right?
Yeah.
But if it fucking like, I don't know, dude. I will do it so fucking begrudgingly because I have such a bad taste in my mouth from the last Star Wars property that I saw.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But dude, I'll tell you what, it's getting.
I gotta pull a
It's just gotten hotter this season. Like people are just like loving it even more and more. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with waiting because I mean, honestly, you could fucking have like a whole big like collection of it waiting for you at the end of that shit.
Yeah,
I've done that with shows before. I'm just like, I'm just gonna wait till like the whole show's done.
That's
like,
why I'm waiting to watch American Horror Story Apocalypse because it's the last one that's on Netflix. 1984 isn't on Netflix yet, and
it actually just got on there.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, it's on there now.
Oh, well, fucking A, then. It's time for me to fucking finish out the AHS franchise then. Or at least get Apocalypse under my belt and then wait for whatever the next season is to come to Netflix before I watch 1984. But yeah, I hate the fact that I've seen everything except the last 2 seasons now. And I'm just like, oh.
Dude, I gotta say, I think Apocalypse might be the most cheeseball season of that show.
Amelia's prepped me for it. Like she's told me that like it's very different from the other seasons, which I think is a good thing. But she says they take like kind of like the cheeseball comedy element to the nth degree in it, and that it's got some really really wacky shit that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And there's a lot of references from the other shows in it too, which I kind of like because now I've seen everything else all the way back.
It's like super referential. It references like
Coven. She was like it references Coven a whole lot. It Coven is my
House.
Yeah, Murder House.
It does.
Murder House is my second favorite season of the show. My first favorite season of the show is Asylum, and my third favorite season is Freak Show. Those 3, I think, are the best 3 seasons I've seen. I really liked Hotel as well.
Yeah,
Hotel was really good and memorable.
I don't know for me because I have a super like high affinity for like really cheesy stuff. So I think probably Apocalypse is my favorite. It's also the first one I saw, so. That could also have something to do with it.
Yeah. Which ones have you not seen?
The only ones I have not seen at this point, I have not seen Hotel, and I think that might be it. I think Hotel might be the only one.
Don't be chased away by Lady Gaga. She is not as central a character as you think she is, and she's actually pretty good for what she's supposed to be.
I don't really have anything against Lady Gaga. I watched the first season. I watched the first episode, and I was like, I'm not really feeling this one too much.
It flips on its head in the first 3 episodes. It's one of those ones you gotta stick it out because I was the same way when I started watching it, but I learned, dude. American Horror Story sometimes revs its engine early, and sometimes it revs its engine about 2 episodes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me just go look at AHS seasons here really quick and see if there's any other ones I haven't watched.
I can name them for you. So there's Murder House.
Seen it.
Okay, and then the second one was
Asylum. Which I just finished watching that. Like
right, and you've seen it. Okay, and then the third one was, I believe that one is Freak Show. No, that's the fourth one. The third one is what came after Asylum? We were just talking about it.
Fuck, dude. Murder House.
Asylum.
Is it Freak Show?
So there's Murder House, Asylum, Coven.
I
have not seen Coven.
Right. Okay. So Coven is the only one that I've seen so far that I recommend you watch because there's a lot of cool moments in it. But if you're going to skip a season, make it that one.
Well, I'm probably going to rewatch Coven because I'm probably going to watch Coven because I want to rewatch Apocalypse, and there's a lot of like
and get the references right. No, there's a lot of cool moments, and Angela Bassett is actually really great in Coven. She plays Marie Laveau.
Plus, I have a real affinity for the city of New Orleans, even if I'm not really.
It's definitely got that Nolans charm to it. So that's why I would like I said, I recommend you watch it because it's got a lot of great stuff in it. But if you're gonna skip a season, make it that one because it's kind of like dirty Harry Potter for girls. You know what I mean? It's like an all girls Harry Potter where there's fucking every once in a while. You know what I mean? And if that appeals to you, then go for it. And if not, don't.
Season 10 is adding on somebody. Macaulay Culkin will be on season 10.
And also, by the way, Precious, her ass sucks in fucking Coven, dude. You're gonna hate fucking Precious. She's a horrible actress.
She's in fucking
Apocalypse. Of course she is. She popped up in the last one. What's the last one that I watched before Apocalypse? Cult. She popped up in fucking Cult and got killed in Cult, and now she's going to be back in fucking Apocalypse. It's like,
I guess
great.
So.
Wonderful.
Probably the least talked about season is Roanoke, but it was a pretty decent season.
Roanoke is actually like, dude, it doesn't even feel like an episode of the same series.
Yeah, it really kind of stands apart in a weird way. And I think also it doesn't really end on the best note. I feel like the second to last episode is actually a better finale than the last episode, but whatever.
But Roanoke is actually like, I like it, but I don't like it for the same reasons I like the other episodes. I like it because it's a totally like, it's very much like Blair Witch Project-y, where they've got this fake documentary wrapped around a fake, mockumentary. It's like 3 layers deep and fucking, it's good. It's good shit. I like it.
Have you seen the latest season yet, Paul? 1984?
I have not. I've not seen Apocalypse or 1984. I was waiting for 1984 to hit Netflix before I watched Apocalypse because I didn't want to.
Well, I could be mistaken, but I do believe that it hit Netflix like a week or two ago. So.
It did. Yeah, I watched.
If that's the case, then
last week.
I know what I'll be watching. Probably tonight and for the next few days after dinner.
Well, I love 84, so I don't know. I've loved I don't know. I haven't seen a season I didn't like, honestly, but we'll see.
Yep.
I haven't watched Hotel and I haven't watched Coven, but
I think you'll like Hotel a lot, dude. What's his name? Who's the young guy? He's in, you know who I'm talking about? The young, attractive dude. He's in Freak Show. He played the flipper guy, the guy with the flipper hands.
Yeah. I don't know his name, but he's in like most of those early.
I always brain fart his name. He's fucking great in Hotel. He plays the goat. Well, I won't ruin it for you. Anyway, he plays a.
Right. He plays the goat.
He plays the goat. Never mind. Well, I mean, it's clear that he's a ghost, so I didn't ruin that for you. But like, I don't want to ruin the character for you. He's just great. He's great. He really shines.
A fucking ghost.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wait for you to watch fucking Apocalypse, but there is stuff on Apocalypse I want to reference. But
yeah, I know it's so hard. We need to quit being dipshits and watch the rest of these fucking so we can actually have a conversation about them at least together.
Oh man.
I don't care about spoiling other people, but I don't want to ruin it for you.
There's some like cameos in that one from like the most random historical figures that you could possibly imagine.
I've heard
doing fucking most insane shit. So.
Amelia has had a really hard time with that one, not spoiling it because she wants to tell me this, that, or the other.
If you love the wacky aspect of American horror story, which I do, and just like the fucking crazy ballsiness of it, like they pretty much like just totally like, all right, we're just gonna like. Balls to the wall this season.
Well, it is called Apocalypse. You know what I mean?
Let's go as crazy as we fucking want.
Yes.
I'm expecting it to be fucking insane. That's all I'm expecting it to be fucking insane, and I'm sure it will be.
It will 100% deliver on that. And every time you think it's reached the pinnacle of its insanity, it's gonna fucking up the ante again.
I will say this though. I think that Apocalypse does fall into the ending almost always sucks on most TV shows and movies. I don't think the ending is great, but I think most of the series itself is actually pretty.
Well, let me see. I mean, a lot of these seasons, I didn't really care for the ending. Like, ending of Murder House, I don't really remember it very well, but I don't think it was too bad. Asylum, I didn't feel like the ending was the strongest. Coven, I haven't seen. Freak Show had a pretty good ending. Hotel,
I like the ending of Freak Show. Yeah.
Roanoke, I really hated the last episode, honestly.
You told me that when you watched it, yeah.
Cult, the ending was a little bit too predictable.
Well, let me ask you a question about Roanoke's ending without spoiling much. Like, how do you fucking wrap that up, though? Like, you got to give it to him that it's like the last episode is going to have to suck because it's like you've gone 3 layers deep now into this weird self-referential mockumentary about a mockumentary about a mockumentary, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, endings usually suck. But I agree with most of what you've said about the endings for the episode for the seasons.
Apocalypse, I think the ending is kind of weak. The ending is weak in that, and it's almost too much of a. I don't even want to get. I don't know. I can't even make the criticism without spoiling it for Paul. So never mind.
But we'll give Paul some time.
But 84, I think 84 actually has a pretty decent ending. So whatever. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Well, I'm looking forward to both. Middle. I'm definitely looking forward to both. And then after that, I'm going to really need a new show. My girlfriend's really been pushing me to watch Mad Men.
Hey, a lot of people.
I think Mad Men is a show that is stronger in the beginning than it is towards the end.
That's what I'm afraid of because I got sucked into Orange is the New Black. And there's like a season where that just goes to poo. And I was like, oh.
That's why sometimes, you got to wait till the fucking shit. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. So because you don't want to. That's the thing. You get sucked into an active show.
I'm thinking
you start watching out of fucking obligation, and then you're like, "Fuck."
I hate to say this, but I'm thinking just due to the general fucking acceptance of it and the fact that it's a complete show now, I'm thinking it may be time for me to fire up old Heisenberg and see what he's fucking dealing in that blue meth. You know what I mean?
You haven't seen Breaking Bad? I'm sure you had this conversation.
He held off because too many people were recommending it.
Watch it, dude. If you haven't seen that show, and that show's already completed, that's already
Not only have I not seen Breaking Bad, but I have remained relatively spoiler free. I'll tell you what I know about Breaking Bad. I know that he's dying of cancer because I've watched the first 3/4 of the first episode. Okay. Which is all about the reason I stopped watching was not because people were telling me to watch. The reason I stopped watching that show is because that first episode was so fucking depressing that I had to be done with it. I was just like, I misjudged it because I was like, I don't want a show about a man dying of cancer. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was going to go there. So here's what I know. He becomes a drug dealer. He makes meth and he becomes this kind of kingpin gangster meth guy. And it actually he loves it. That's what I know about it. Like it's at first it's just to feed his family and shit. He does it because he wants to leave them some legacy. But then he finds out I love being an outlaw. And so that's all I know about Breaking Bad. That's it. That's all I've been spoiled on in all of these fucking years on Breaking Bad. Literally, I don't know anything else about it. And that his name is Heisenberg, right? Jesse Heisenberg. That's all I know.
No, that's
not
wrong.
But, well, his name is Heisenberg, isn't it?
Jesse is his sidekick guy.
Oh, okay. Well, his name is Walter, right? Walter
White. Walter White, but he calls himself Heisenberg as like a.
Oh, it's like a code name.
Yeah,
I've heard him called Heisenberg. That's all. So that's my spoiling.
That's his drug dealer name is Heisenberg.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's all I've been spoiled on about Breaking Bad. So I know there's some crazy twists and shit.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I always, when people start talking, I always go, I leave the room. You know what I mean? I have not been spoiled on the major plot shit.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I didn't, I would definitely watch Breaking Bad before I watch fucking Mad Men. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
100%. If you have not seen Breaking Bad, I think you'll love the show.
I've just been so averse to it.
I don't know. Hopefully it'll be like another Sopranos kind of thing for you where it's like, yeah, I held off.
Oh my God, dude. You want to talk about a TV show that I think is like a fucking symphony? That goddamn fucking show has some, it has a few draggy episodes. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but neither is any fucking symphony, dude. Yeah. It's got a couple of draggy episodes. It's got a couple of episodes that haven't aged well, but 99% of the episodes of that show are just fucking classic great shit.
Have you seen The Sopranos, DJ?
I watched the first 4 seasons, but I kind of fell off.
No, you fell off.
Dude, you oh my God, TJ, you have to just go back and start watching it again and don't be a dipshit and push through because there are, like I said, there's a little draggy area, but that fucking season ends on, every season ends on a retarded cliffhanger in the fucking Sopranos. Even the final season. So, but you know what I mean? Dude, you have to finish that show. Because I don't even think you got to my favorite episode of the show. Anyway, I'm not even going to spoil it for you, dude. You have to finish that fucking show, TJ. Come on. Don't be stupid.
I'll get to it.
I'll tell you what, dude. If you'll fucking commit to watching the rest of the goddamn Sopranos, I will watch fucking Breaking Bad and we'll compare notes. How's that?
All right, fair enough. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Don't be a dick. You better follow through.
Yep. I will.
Yeah, Paul will be like, you know what, TJ, I'm on season 3 now. Where you started? Season 1, episode 3. But I'm gonna get around to it, bro. I'm
watching it though. I'm watching it, bro.
That's a total TJ move for sure.
Can't get TJ. I'm trying exposure therapy with TJ because TJ has got I'd say TJ and I probably share 95% of our movie sensibilities, but that last 5% fucking irks the shit out of me, bro. Oh man, I can't even focus on the 95. That 5% is like a big old sore thumb that sticks out, dude. Because you've got some stupid fucking ideas about movies in that 5%, TJ. Some dumb shit, man. Like an alien scene makes every movie better. That's one of those fucking things.
Name a movie that it wouldn't make a little better.
The Godfather.
Are you shitting me?
Dude, if The Godfather had an alien scene in it, it would be cheapened. It would be cheapened to the point of absurdity. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't hold much reverence for it, so whatever.
That's another one. That's another one of that 5%. That's hey, there's
well, you know what? I mean,
garbage, DJ.
Well, here's the thing. I watched the movie. I couldn't even tell you a thing about it. I watched the goddamn thing. It didn't even stick with me.
Then you didn't watch it.
I did.
Because I can, dude. You didn't.
Maybe
watch
it.
it.
Maybe I watched it in the wrong headspace or something. I don't know.
TJ, what have you done? Come on, disrespect me and Paul so much with your terrible taste in movies, TJ. How can you do this to me? Dude, Marlon Brando is great in that movie. I don't care what else you say about that movie. He's fucking amazing in that movie.
I think I know what headspace you watched it in, TJ. I've already decided I'm going to hate this, so I'm going to go in and hate it headspace, TJ, where I'm not going to pay attention and I'm going to scoff at it. Oh, shut up.
I don't have any strong opinions about The Godfather one way or the other.
You've got to watch okay, so number one, TJ, Godfather is like the first half of what's supposed to be basically one film. Godfather 1 and 2, one is not complete without the other. So if you watch Godfather 1 and felt like it was limited in scope or whatever, that's what Godfather 2 is for. So
I don't even remember what I felt about it. I just remember watching it and being like, oh, okay.
See, that's it. This is why I wish we could make like some kind of fucking thing where we could watch movies together and like put you in the fucking Clockwork Orange Vidi theater with the lid locks on and all strapped up and force you to watch and appreciate some films, TJ, because you've never seen Barry Lyndon. You've never seen a bunch of Kubrick films, right? There's a bunch. You've never seen Passive Glory.
There's like a few.
Me. You need to sit down and watch Barry Lyndon, dude.
Isn't it pretty? It sounds like it's pretty boring. I don't know. People say it's boring.
Why don't you just give it? Okay, well, watch it if you think it's boring, then never watch it again.
Oh my God,
I don't want to be bored,
TJ. People also say that like The Nanny with The Rock or whatever that movie was is a fucking 5-star film. They're stupid, you know, or whichever one it was where The Rock plays the Babysitter. Sorry, people say that The Babysitter is a 5-star film. TJ, like, where you listen to what people say about certain movies and then completely eschew it about 95% of others.
I don't know.
People say, "Well, I don't want to see this movie. I don't want
to be bored, man. I just don't want to be bored."
It's not boring if you fucking take the time to appreciate it like a Kubrick film. It's not boring at all. Go into it from the headspace that I want to appreciate in every frame of painting film that actually has a really great cast of characters and a great narrative that a great rise and fall narrative.
I was even like, so I rewatched Joker the other night. That was pretty fun. I like that. Pretty much just as much the second time, although it was better on the giant IMAX screen I saw it on.
Yeah, that's true. Those relics of the past.
Did I see it on IMAX?
Yeah, we did.
I saw it on IMAX.
We saw it in IMAX. We saw it in IMAX.
That was super dope.
Dude, I know this COVID shit's over. We all need to go to like a fucking screening of like a 70 millimeter screening if they ever do it. Because I know they do it at the Aereo Theater sometimes in Santa Monica, California, of 2001: A Space Odyssey. That is the best way to see that movie. That
movie is kind of boring, but in a fun way. I like the movie, so.
Oh no, but like seeing it that way in the 70 millimeter, it's just it gives you a greater appreciation of the.
We
film
saw that
itself.
in the that one thing, whatever the fuck it was,
Aero
Theater in California. We saw it at the Aero Theater. We saw it in 70 millimeter there.
I call it the Aereo Theater, but yeah, you're right. It's the Aero Theater.
Is it? I don't know. It might be Aero.
Right.
I think it might be Aero. Is it Aero or Aereo? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't fucking matter. Oh man, remember that fucking dude they had that came and like explained a bunch of shit beforehand, and like the people in front of us were getting super pissed. Like, I didn't come here to learn all this nerd shit. Just fucking show me the movie.
What movie was this?
Like, what? So he had 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh yeah. Dude, I would love to go to like have a little art house theater near me that does like original print showings of these types of films and shit. Like, that would be pretty dope.
Pretty fucking dope.
The closest one that I've ever lived to is that one that's in Austin that I can, like the old movie house, I think it's called.
Alamo
Draft.
The Alamo Draft House. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't let kids in that theater. That's a cool concept.
Fuck yeah. No. Like, dude, I wanted to go to that theater so fucking bad, and I never got the chance. We were in Austin for just a couple of days, and it didn't work in.
Yeah.
Dude, that blows, man.
Because I was recording fucking DP, dude. Like, I had a DP episode while I was in Austin.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
It was the Milo episode.
Sorry, guys.
That's deep lore right there.
You know what I do? I'm gonna start fucking every time I watch a piece of shit movie that sucks dick. I'm gonna fucking text Paul and be like, "Tonight I watched this movie instead of The Godfather. Tonight I watched this movie instead of Platoon."
Dude, all that's gonna make happen is like I'm gonna miss an actual text that you want me to see if you do that shit to me. Because I'm gonna stop reading your texts. And then you're gonna be like, "Hey Paul, I need something for the business." And I'm gonna be like totally oblivious.
Well, yeah. But you could just always pretty much assume that instead of watching the movies that drives you nuts that I haven't seen, I'm watching some total garbage.
It's not only that it drives me nuts that you haven't seen movies. There's some movies that you have watched that you just have a shit opinion about.
Oh, yeah? Like what? Like
Lord of the Rings. Like you poop all over those movies all the time, and they're great films.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of that's just to trigger you anyway, so.
Whatever, dude. This... Professor's stupid opinion. Oh, I was trolling all the time. Haha, you're actually the idiot.
You know what I'm watching right now, bitch?
What you watching right now?
The Two fucking Towers. Am I watching the theatrical cut? No.
You're watching the
fucking
extended cut.
Unclean. Reprobate, TJ.
I was gonna watch. So I've never seen the extended edition of those movies, and I was thinking about doing it. Honestly,
1,000% better. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, you have to, dude. You have to watch the fucking director's cut.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it
for sure.
But
I used to own I owned the on DVD. It was before Blu-ray, but I owned the big expensive 3 movie collection of the director's cut when it was brand new. You know the ones that were like books. They slid out like a Bible, and it had.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it came with a map of Middle Earth and shit, a big nice map and shit. I think the first one did.
Did you have the one with have like the 2 guys like holding their hands out? I forget what they're called, but yeah, it's like you see it in the Fellowship. You know,
the Guardians of Gondor or whatever it was. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
I don't think that's their name, but it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, some bullshit. I mean, there's so many different names in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It gets fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's the hardest thing. The Lord of the Rings is almost as bad as the Bible when it came to, like, Elwyn begat Eluan. Elwyn begat Kindethalar. And then Kindethalar the Bold begat... You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, fuck.
The Lord of the Rings. Oh, my fucking God. That'll make your head spin, dude. I'm like, okay, so this guy was then created by this. No, this guy did this. It's like the beginning of it. My understanding of it was, TJ, I started reading this, was like, there's this guy named Eru Alvatar who sings the song of like existence or some shit, and then he creates these other powerful beings who basically do the same thing. But there's this one that's like wants a discordant song, but ultimately he gets kind of pissed because he realizes, like, because the Eru god is basically God, that even if he tries to interrupt the song or the flow of the song, he's basically just doing, it's like part of God's plan kind of bullshit.
Right. God hears him trying to be like off key and then just changes the key of the song. You know what I mean?
It's basically he's in the lore. He's basically derived from his thought.
It's like the ultimate jazz improviser kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a personification of his thought. Is basically what it's saying. Like so that's kind of how it is. Like everything in that lore, in that universe, is basically descended from him in some way.
Right.
Like
right.
At the very
makes
opposite.
sense.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's that kind of world building is fucking totally fucking nuts. I mean, especially
I'm sure telling you that I miss details too.
Especially coming down. I mean, yeah, coming from the mind of like one dude. You know, I mean, he was obviously fucking brilliant and shit. So
Tolkien, I remember watching this show and it was like some of the question, like, who was the author of the award-winning Lord of the Rings? And the guy was like J.R. Tolkien. Like, that's one of the weird things.
Oh, dude, they should ask what is his full name? It's it's J.R.R. Tolkien. What's his full name? I bet nobody here knows that. I do. No hands. Won't look it up. You guys can see. Well, I've got weed in this hand, but that's it. No hands.
Is his first name John?
His first name is John.
Rodcliffe. Rhododendron.
You're not going to get you're probably not going to get the last 2 R's. One of them, I guarantee you're not going to get.
Go ahead. I cannot remember.
So J.R.R. Tolkien's full name is John Ronald Reuel Tolkien.
That's what it was. Yeah, Ronald Ruel. Yeah, okay.
Ruel is nobody's ever gonna fucking pull that one. But yeah, John Ronald Ruel. Tolkien. Yeah.
Ruel.
Sounds like a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song. Not a fucking name, you know what I mean? And then I met Ruel at a little roadside shack. You know.
I put on some Tom Petty the other day, and Chelsea's like, "What the hell? You listen to Tom Petty?" I'm like, yeah, I like
who don't
Petty song. Yeah, and she's all like, "Gay." I'm like, "The fuck, dude?
Damn."
I know, right?
See, that's a downside. That's a downside to our fucking like the age gap between us and our significant others, dude, is like the shit that's cool to us, they listen to it and they're like like some of it they appreciate for sure, but like some of it they listen to and you can just tell they're not vibing, you know.
I learned that she does not vibe to Tom, but I listen to fucking dog shit of hers.
She doesn't like Last Dance with Mary Jane. Like if I pinned
I was listening to Don't Back Down or I Won't Back Down or whatever the fuck.
Okay, that is kind of a gay song.
It's a kind of gay song, but it's still a good song, man.
But Last Dance with Mary Jane is epic, dude. You're telling me she doesn't like that song?
I don't know.
That is such a Chelsea song.
Maybe she would like that one. I don't fucking know.
Maybe
play
it for her and then see if she likes it.
Not tell her.
Yeah, say, I heard this new song.
Oh, yeah, this song. It's like, oh, and she's like, yeah, it's a pretty good song. It's like, yeah, it's Tom Petty.
She probably knows. Dude, Chelsea's smart though. She probably knows Last Dance with Mary Jane and hates it. That's the thing. Is like she's not gonna have an opinion about fucking Tom Petty if she hasn't heard Tom Petty. So
yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. She might not know that one though.
I don't know.
I don't think this game is going to work.
It's going to work. Just trust me.
No,
you know who is gay?
I got this.
Eric Clapton is gay, dude.
Yeah, Eric Clapton.
But gay in the gamer word 90s way gay.
Right, yeah. No. Well, yeah, look, okay, so let's put that out there.
I like the song about cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine's pretty good. There's no confusion. Like when we say gay, we just mean like
bad,
90s,
basically. Lame.
Lame.
90s
gay. Can we just start saying 90s gay? That's 90s gay.
Dude, that's 90s gay.
Just like 90s faggot, dude. We'll say, like, I'm not saying like that.
No. The F slur can't be cleaned up, Scotty. Sorry.
You can't do that one.
The gay, maybe. I even really think gay is off the table now.
Oh, my God, Paul.
As a bad word.
Too much, dude.
I'm telling you, man. I'm not. You say I worry too much, you can get canceled, Scotty.
Wait, here. I think this is.
I don't care.
Scotty, I think this is the line of
acceptability. There's nothing to cancel, anyways, dude.
Scotty,
the show that pays all our bills, Scotty.
Line of acceptability, Scotty. Line of acceptability. You just crossed, Scotty. You just crossed the line of acceptability, Scotty. You just crossed the line of acceptability.
Just by saying 90s faggot.
Listen, Scotty, you will be told how to speak and what words to use and what words are the forbidden words.
I'm not saying
the forbidden words, Scotty, that will not be spoken.
I'm saying the 90s way.
I'm not going.
Imagine me going back in time and saying it. Is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, of course. Back then, I greeted my friends with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude. Like, sup, F slur. What's up, you stupid cock smoking F slur? Where you been?
You know what I mean? Me in the 90s saying it. It was acceptable.
That was at a fucking. I was chilling with Galen and some other people that he knew and shit a few years back. Maybe not even a few years. Might have been a year ago or so. But anyway,
5 years ago, 10 years ago. Who knows?
Somehow Eric Clapton comes up and shit, and then one person's like, "Yeah, I hate Eric Clapton," and Galen's like, he said his kid fell out that window, but he threw the kid out the window. He threw that kid out the window. It's all proven. It's all proven. He hated that kid and he abused that child. And there was numerous proofs that he abused the child. And then he got drunk and they threw the kid out the window and then he writes a song about it. He's fucking disgusting. He's a sociopath. I don't think Eric Clapton threw his kid out the window, but
yeah,
but that's
I also don't feel like having this fight, so I'm just gonna fucking.
No, dude, it's actually not true at all. It's fucked up. Like his son He lived in a mansion, and his son had that loft bedroom that's the coolest bedroom for a boy. And he fell out of the fucking front window of his own house and broke his neck, dude. It's horrible. Eric Clapton did not push his own son out of a fucking window and then write Tears from Heaven. He did not do that.
According to Galen, that's what happened, dude. Eric Clapton's like, fuck you, little son of a bitch. Wah!
Like, Galen, Eric Clapton was already living the high life. He didn't need to have the hit song. Like, it might have helped him. But yeah, he's not going to throw his own kid out the fucking window for a hit. I mean, come on.
It didn't happen.
Or Galen thinks he just did it for. Does Galen think he did it for?
He did it out of anger, and then he just like.
Can I tell you guys something? I'm going to throw something by you guys because this is some new Galen lore. Are you ready?
Yeah,
of course.
I'm not. And this is. I'm just letting you know. This is confirmed. Did you know, TJ? Were you aware that Galen ignored a phone call from Hunter S. Thompson days before he died?
Days before.
And the message that was left on the message machine was, "I'd really love to speak to you. I'll fly you out." This was told on a Pimp Monk related stream a few months ago. So Hunter S. Thompson wanted to talk to Galen right before he went out, and Galen sadly missed the call. He screened the call from Hunter S. Thompson because he was busy.
So the lesson here is always take that phone call.
Especially if it's Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, if Hunter S. Thompson be trying to call, you definitely take that phone call. Because you don't know, maybe a few days later he might be dead.
I wonder what the crazy thing about it is he was busy helping George R. Martin write what would become a Song of Ice and Fire at Galatois. And so that's why he was like, "Oh, Hunter, I'll get back to him." Anyway, this character, Ned Stark, has to die really early. That's what I'm saying. He's got to die like in the first book. Like in the first 2 chapters of the first book. People got to think he's the hero, right? But here's what you do. Maybe Galen did help George R. Martin write the book. It's such a Galen-esque thing to do.
It really is. It's pretty Galen-esque. I don't know.
You got to make people think that they're like going to be with this guy throughout all the books, right? And then like 6 chapters in, you have his head on a pike. It's like, oh, maybe he did help it. Fuck, maybe Hunter S. Thompson did call Galen like the day before he shot himself.
I need to speak to Galen.
Hey,
Yeah, I guess,
whatever.
I'll just say this.
It's an interesting tale.
It is. Like, and who knows? Like, it's plausible deniability, right?
Look, whatever Galen lacks in substance, he makes up for with rhetoric and style. I think that's what we're saying here.
I shall eat 2 fillets.
I actually ate 7 fillets that day,
dude. 2 fillet. Well, Infinity Filet Galen is a boss in the DFF versus the world game.
Shit.
Yeah,
dude.
It's actually that really creepy. Well, it's hard to narrow it down. That really well known. Yeah.
I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
So I talked to Skeptical Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And I had him I was like, I fucking sent him a picture of my cat.
Yeah.
I was like, put Corn Pop in the game. He's like, all right, I guess I'll do that. I'm like, make him kill Paul. And he's like, all right. So basically, Corn Pop appears at random, and if you find him, he will instantly kill Paul. So,
well, that's awesome because he told me Paul is the hardest to play character in the game and the most customizable as well.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
So hey, you just made him harder. You just made it like Dark Souls mode. Like every little thing I check might be Corn Pop, and he might kill me.
I don't think that he actually I think it's more like a comedic death, but I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. I think Dinor is in it too. Maybe Dinor. He added Dinor as well, so I don't know if Dinor kills me instantly. He never mentioned what that does.
I haven't finished the game yet, but it looks like I'm gonna have to re-download it and start over because I don't think he can patch the game. I think you have to I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can keep my save file.
I want to play that game, but I need to find a fucking controller.
Oh, dude.
I try to play with I tried to play with a keyboard and it was like playable, but it was like
you need a controller.
You really need a controller.
Dude, just get a fucking get an Xbox controller. They plug right into your fucking shit.
Dude, I already have a fucking Logitech controller somewhere fucking around here. I just don't know where.
That's all you need, TJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to borrow yours or something because I don't.
Let me show you.
I don't fucking have one because I don't game.
This fucking control. This is an Xbox 360 wired controller that I use to game to this day. Like for everything. Well, now I just hit the little button on it and made a bunch of shit come up on my screen. But you get my drift. Like this is a solid ass fucking controller. Feels good in my fucking hands and works with every fucking game.
Yeah.
That's what you need right there, TJ. You need one of these bad boys. Plug that motherfucker in and sit down and just go to town.
Hells yeah. I got some. I swear I have a controller somewhere, but I might just borrow Scotty's fucking controller or something.
Just buy a fucking Xbox controller. They're like $40.
It's not really worth it because I don't even play games. I just want to play.
You don't play games because you don't have a controller to play games.
No, because I just don't want to. I mean, I'm just not interested in most of these games. But a game that features me, I'm pretty interested in that. So I'll do that one.
Oh, fuck you, TJ. Scotty just give me his controller.
I shall just appropriate Scotty's controller for mine own.
Dude. Get your own damn controller, TJ.
You gotta borrow it for a fucking second, brah.
Scotty, at your earliest convenience, please bring your controller and PS5 to me. I require it for an undisclosed amount of time.
Scotty, you don't even have no PS5.
He's smart.
PS4, TJ.
He's smart because he didn't fall for the fucking like.
I waited for the Pro. I waited for the Pro with 4K support, man.
Exactly.
Fucking around.
I want the Slim that doesn't have stupid douchey looking wings on it. That's what I'm waiting for. When does that version come out? Because I'll wait a fucking year and a half for that one. I just want the one that's like a black box that sits next to my shit. Because right now it looks like some kind of like fucking flying brick or some shit with spoilers on it. It's like a brick that's been made into a Lamborghini or some shit. It's just horrible. It's ugly to look at. I've heard it's having overheating problems, fan problems, and shit already. And I'm just like, I'm gonna let him perfect
it just looks
this
like a piece of shit. Honestly,
it does. Put one up on the screen.
It looks like a rushed out piece of shit.
It does, and it is.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's like a fucking totally passionless, nowhere design that actually looks ugly. Like, and I don't even really care about aesthetics all that much, but I'm like, I don't want that next to my TV. It's like shit. It's like a pile of shit. I gotta look at that every day, and I gotta turn the wings around, and they're viewable from any angle. And like, fuck that. You can't put it on its side because it's got wings. So it's just like you gotta stand it on its end, and it's this big tower of fucking modern art looking garbage standing next to your TV. It's an eyesore in a place like you don't want an eyesore. So
that's
fuck
why
that.
If you wanted to buy a launch one, that's why the Xbox makes more sense.
Dude, the Xbox Series X is beautiful. It just looks like a big black brick. And I'm just like, yup.
That's all you need.
Yes.
That's all you fucking need, dude.
Quit making these things for like fucking 12-year-old kids that want race car beds for fucking Christmas and shit. Like, come on. Like, they'll like it just as much if it's a big black brick. Trust me. Like, I think Sony thinks that because the PlayStation looks like a big old fucking gamer paradise thing, something that like a gamer girl would come and like rub her clit on and come, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm riding your fucking PS5 while I'm playing the fucking launch titles. Oh my God. You know, like it looks like that. They're going to sell more. No, you're going to sell more if you got better games and shit. So why don't you focus your dev time, all the fucking designers that you paid to design that stupid flap wing that just hangs out the front of your fucking stupid looking goddamn motherfucking gamer console. Get it out of here and just make it a brick, you dumb fucks. Like, what do I gotta do? And I feel like, dude, I feel like this with movies too. I'm gonna go on a fucking narcissistic rant right now. Here it is. I feel like that there are businesses, films, fucking film studios and video game manufacturers specifically that if they paid me an exorbitant fee and listened to the shit that I told them to do, I would save their goddamn motherfucking businesses, dude. Save their goddamn motherfucking businesses with my ideas. I would spit fucking pitches like hot fire at these motherfuckers that would pack asses into the, well, I guess the screening rooms now and like streaming rooms, but whatever, you get my my drift? I'd bring back the movie industry. I'd bring back the video game industry from the dregs of electronic arts bullshit. You give me 5 minutes with EA's fucking board, and they take all the advice I give in that 5 minutes, they'll be respected again, because they'll be cranking out good games again.
All right, let's like this Donald Trump video game guy right here as president of like fat neckbeard people that want better games. You're like, Paul, we're gonna send you there. You're disgruntled. You just do your fucking thing. Just ignore these people.
It ain't hard. They're making it hard, and it ain't hard, dude. All you have to do is stop cracking the fucking time whip, right? So you start teasing these things, but you don't give a date. That alleviates the pressure on your design team. Now, of course, you want deadlines and shit. But look, this rush out shit where you sell people the fucking working alpha test and then fix it as they go. Like you sell the game and then people that have purchased your game for $70 sit there and they beta test it for you. Like that's the new normal in video games, and in a lot of them, except for some very rare AAA type titles like Doom Eternal was flawless at launch. Red Dead Redemption had a few problems, but they were fixed very quickly. Blah 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 blah. There was very few studios.
Super long development cycles. On those games,
exactly.
They really thought about those concepts. I mean, like
craftsmanship, not the whip of fucking expectation. And look, if you want games coming out constantly, you just have to fucking make more games. Like find more concepts that aren't just repeats of the same shit. That's, like more FIFA, more fucking Call of Duty. Just like listen to your game designers and like here's what I would tell EA. Go to your game designers, everybody that works on your game design staff. I don't care what team they're on. I don't care if they're on fucking this north or that south, or I don't care if they're in Australia. And you ask every last one of them to describe in detail what their dream game is. And then you pick a few of them and you allow them to make those games. What a shocking fucking concept. Unleash the creative people on your fucking team and let them make the games they want to make, and they'll be great. Oh my God. And these movies too. Those are the ones that bother me the most, honestly, is the movie studios. You guys have heard me rant enough about movies though.
Dude, let me tell you something. You're entirely right. They've taken all the creative people out of it to churn out these same formulaic games. Madden 2021, NBA 2K 2020. It's like, look, guys, you already made this fucking game. Just improve the game and make it better. If you want, I'm like, look, obviously there's a market for those games. I'm not saying those should go bye-bye, but they're not really enticing people the same way. I will say, games, to their credit, there's still people that get really excited about a lot of games. The entertainment industry, as far as movies, you're right. That is a place where it is really lacking. I mean, and COVID has kind of revealed.
It's because all they know how to do is rehash shit that's already been successful in the past. Yeah. They don't fucking bring anything new to the table because they don't trust new ideas. They're just scared to try them.
That's why people are so excited about June.
But what if we do it and it fails? It's like, yeah, some of them are going to fail, but some of them are going to hit big. Like, that's the fucking risk you take. And if you don't do that, you never come up with any new properties, and then you don't have anything to fucking use. Like, you're going to run out of shit for people to just feel nostalgic about at some point. They're just going to be like, I don't know, I've seen it a million times. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I cannot say that I blame you.
I just think they got to fucking, I don't know.
Dude, you know you got about 10 hot pitches that you could come off the dome with if you were given 6 hours with the executives at fucking Disney or fucking Viacom or
that's why we did
Universal.
That show Pitch Wars, because it's like it's fucking easy. It's
that's
like not even hard.
That's what I'm saying. And like I gotta be dead ass honest with you. Maybe not every fucking pitch that we made on Pitch Wars would be a great fucking movie at the end of the day. It would all depend on finding the right visionary to fucking direct it,
sure,
and the right amount of money being allocated and the amount of respect paid to the idea. But I'm telling you, dude, there's gold right there on that show. Like if these people picked up some of these flagging franchises and reinvigorated them with some of these ideas we had, they'd be back in a big way. People would be talking about it.
Jason versus the Nazis would fucking make money as long as they could bring it into a reasonable budget. People would go see that shit. People would be curious about it.
Oh, it can easily be done.
Oh, for sure. Dude, 100% for sure. So, I don't know. And that's
my favorite one.
And that's just one aspect of this. It's like I feel that way about a lot of goddamn companies. I feel like there's a lot of common sense shit. I don't feel like I'm brilliant. I just feel like that there's like common sense is thrown out the window by the corporate process. The boardroom is where all common sense just hits the fucking pavement and dies a horrible splattering death. You know what I mean? Like, it's just over. And I don't understand why. It's like, you don't want to make more money. You don't want to make less shit movies that like don't make back their production budget. You want to make more shit movies.
I guess that's a grease trap. So all you people out there, just want to let you know, go fuck yourselves.